Alright, hey guys, here we are back for another guide. Wolf Creek hole 14. Pretty duff hole here. So we're going to try to just take care of business. See if we can't get another playthrough on this. I'm glad that we got this a couple times, because it really lets you guys see the different possibilities that we can have here. Now, this is probably, any major headwind that I get is going to be probably the only time that I really consider powering this up, because I really don't like to use power because of the shootouts. So that's the main reason that you don't see me use the power, is for the shootouts. You can see I am kind of favoring the left hand side. It's just holding on here into the fringe. And we are a little bit shorter, so as I mentioned, we might not have every wind covered. In fact, this is actually going to get a little nasty. So you're going to see that we're going to have to use an IM root. It's going to only land about 4 rings, so we're going to have to majorly short hit this. It's a major short hit because 4 rings is going to land still beyond the pin. So here is where we are. This is going to move it maybe pin high. We got to keep going, so we got to really crank this up into the top of the circle somewhere. This is a major short hit here. You see that looks pretty good. I just didn't have that wind effect down, but you can see I got it right in 4 yards. It was right around the perfect amount of short hits. Maybe should have just taken just a little, if anything, I would maybe overdid it. I got a little bit too risky. But you can see, we're able to easily roll this one in for birdie. So you do want to be able to make sure that you're capable of doing a broad range of shots, because you really know, you just don't know what you're getting at first and second wind. Specifically the second wind. And if we have, those headwinds, let's say we have back-to-back headwinds, we would have been actually good to actually drive that a little bit shorter. But again, you just don't know. And if I get a tailwind there, that's going to be a nasty shot. So we want to make sure that we kind of get it to the same fairway spots each and every time, as opposed to leaving it way short and then having to hit that shot with like a short hit tailwind. It would have been brutal. It would have been nasty. So do keep that in mind. Now keep in mind what I said about, the wind effect. I'm going to kind of point this just a little bit to the left to kind of offset. You can see the wind's just a little bit to the right, almost 2 rings here. Keep in mind that the ball guide is going to collapse down, so you don't have to worry about taking it through the hole just a little bit here. Oh no, it said I was late on the timing. I don't think I was. So I think I was going to win it. It looks like I had it pin high, and I just didn't catch the ultimate. I really don't feel like I was late there. I feel like it almost skipped a little bit. So if that ever does end up happening, it's one of those signs that I might, start to think about resetting the app or even my device. Because, I haven't reset my device in a couple days. And that's something that I like to do to clean up the performance, to make sure if it is getting just a little bit of a jumpy type needle, it just kind of clears all that out. And, it really just happens because, your RAM just, ends up getting a little bit, your catch and your RAM just end up getting sometimes just a little bit too much with all the things that you might have opened. Even if you're closing stuff down, if you haven't done an actual cleanup, your device isn't really cleaned up and it's not freeing up all that. It's just kind of inactive in the background. So keep all that in mind, and that might be, a contributing factor as to why you might be having some performance lag as well. But usually, if I play on a fresh boot, I'm good to go for a long time. I could play all day on a fresh boot. But I haven't done a fresh boot in probably 4 or 5 days. But good luck out there. I'll see you guys on the next one.